And so if it's a female, then of course I might, if she has good titties, nice titties, and it's like, nipples are very sensitive. I know.
I love titties.
Yes, me too. I don't have much, but
man, I love
I love a nice rack. Yeah.
You ever dated a white guy?
No white guys ever told me that I looked good or they thought that was attractive. Not one.
Would you have?
Well, one white guy, and it was 2 years ago, and he was gay. So I don't know if that.
That doesn't count.
Well, I mean, yeah, it doesn't count. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's not dateable.
Hetero.
He was flaming gay.
Stay hetero, and I don't have a look. I said that to be funny.
I can't date a gay white guy.
But yeah,
it doesn't work that way.
If a person wants to be gay, be gay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. Mm-hmm. Just you know what? And let's get into that a little bit.
Well, okay. Here we are.
Why is it that? Look, if people want to be gay, whatever you want to do in your bedroom, you want to flame it up and do whatever you got to do it. But they put it in our face. And that's the biggest thing that I think this is
the only point that me and Novell might agree on.
Yeah, they jam it in our face, and it's okay. The gay pride parade. All right. Why is it that I have to see some effeminate sticker on all of my sports teams? Okay. Why is it that I have to see these people? Why do they have to have a day in Centennial Park? Not Centennial Park, but is that the name of the park downtown? Mm-hmm. Centennial Park?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Piedmont Park?
Piedmont Park. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Why do they have to have their own day? Like why is gay pride and trans pride, all of this stuff? Because the trans people.
Well, I won't go that far. I am okay with whoever wants to be whatever they want to be.
Sure. And
I agree that there are some people that may feel like they are different than what they should have or how they were raised to be, right? Mm-hmm. However, I respect, the gay prides and all this other stuff. But the problem to me is when I have children and children are trying to learn and identify what society considers male, well, not even society, what biology considers male and female.
Yeah.
So how do I explain what male boy and what female girl is to a 3-year-old when they see transgenders, when they see flaming males? And
because do you know how many? Because I've lost count. They recognize, at least New York recognized like 58 genders.
Well, I understand. I have someone in my office that is gender neutral. And it's taking a time.
Non-binary. That's what they call it.
And what really was what was shocking to me, of course, because I was filling out it wasn't even a medical form, but she was filling out, were filling out a form.
Right.
And
you got to use the pronouns.
No, this is specific. The pronoun that this individual chooses
is they.
Is they.
Mm-hmm.
And
because it's non-binary, it's male or female.
I did not know what non-binary, but they put NB at gender, and I'm just like, I was thinking like, well, they didn't say sex because they said sex and they said yes, and I was like, all right, they're with it.
they're separating sex and gender now.
Oh, sex and gender is not the same thing.
No.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Because you can be.
Oh, sex is actual biology. No.
Look. Okay, so let's go into this.
All right.
So, sex is how they present themselves.
Oh, okay.
Right. So you could have the parts of a guy, but present as a female, and so you're a female.
They would put gender as gender is
female, non-binary. You could be both. You can be non-binary. You can be pansexual. You can be all kinds of crazy stuff.
There's a XI, I think.
Oh, there's so many. I can't count them.
So my thing is that now, and apparently, there are individuals who are saying that they have children. They are non-binary and they have children and they want their children to be able to determine what sex that their children are. And I'm just like,
they call them babies.
They haven't decided. They don't even know what this is a big decision. it's a big decision whether you want to say from here on out for the rest of my life I'm going to be female, or I'm going to identify as female.
Well, the downside, the tough part about it is that there's been a lot of court cases where kids, we're talking, and when I say kids, I mean like 5, 6,
I'm talking about
7,
3, 4. Mm-hmm.
That they say they want to transition. They want to go from male to female or female to male. Mm-hmm. So the doctors are authorizing these hormone blocking, body altering drugs. And there was one court case, and I'll look it up and I'll show it on here, but where the father and the mother are going at it in the courts. And ultimately the court said, well, the father has just as much of a right to it as the mother. So they just said, you guys figure it out. But the fact that there's a legal vehicle to be able to allow your 7-year-old child to choose something that will change his life forever, that will alter his body forever. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's outrageous. Now, if you turn 18 or hell, even 17, and you want to take hormone blockers and you want to do all that stuff, I still think it's bad. I still think it's wrong.
At 18, I did not think as I do at 30 and 40. So,
but at least you have the experience and cognitive abilities to be able to not only grasp the weight. See, a 7-year-old doesn't grasp the weight of that decision. 7-year-old just sees something that they might have seen on YouTube, or they might see that their mom or 2 moms or 2 dads are gay or whatever. I want to do that, so they're too impressionable. At 7 years old, they shouldn't be able to do that.
And my thing is like I said again, I absolutely sympathize with these individuals, because that has to be a horrible feeling to believe innately that inherently you are not the gender that God made you to be. If you don't believe in God, what that science and biology made you to be.
But how can a 7-year-old know that?
No, not a 7-year-old, but just in general. I hate, I hate that idea. Yeah. But my thing is, guess what? I feel like the world isn't fair.
It's not.
And so you have to suffer through it and just figure your way out until you become of age to make these kind of decisions. Well, they should not allow for the children to make these kind of decisions. That's my take on it.
That's the problem with today's snowflake society, in the sense that right now what's happening like on college campuses and things like that, which is driving me bananas, that on college campuses, they want safe spaces.
What does this mean?
Safe spaces, like it's segregation. Wanted segregation, where all the black people live in this dorm, all the white people live here, all the Indians live here.
Safe space?
That's what a safe space is. It's
what? It's a space for what?
So that you can, whatever ideals you purport, all the other people think the way that you do. So you have
that is de facto segregation.
That is segregation.
That is de facto segregation.
Millennials and people in college are now looking for that, when
the whole point of college is so you can experience people that
different
are other
opinions, different viewpoints. And now I say be respectful, because we need to get into free speech, but be respectful. But you're going to, if you're in college, you're going to be meeting other people that don't have the same socioeconomic background. They're going to have just different opinions. They're going to be coming from working class families, some rich, some not so rich, some dirt poor. They've got a scholarship, but they're working to get their books and all that stuff. Whereas you got another person who's in there, mom and dad are paying everything and they're just blowing through money. You're going to be dealing with a lot of different people with a lot of different viewpoints on the world. That's what college is. It's supposed to be a place for discussion, so that you can see other people's ideals and they can see yours, and whoever's idea is the best or most prolific is what exists or what keeps on. But them going for these safe spaces is
completely counterproductive. Completely and utterly. And this is, we're reverting. We are reverting back to where we just came from.
Martin Luther King fought against segregation, but you know what?
Because you want to be comfortable. Let's not be comfortable. That's the problem. Comfort is not where success and progress lies. It's not in their comfort zone. It's outside of that comfort zone. Get outside. Stop being comfortable. Let's have these uncomfortable conversations.
What makes you uncomfortable?
What makes me uncomfortable?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
if someone touches you kind of inappropriately, let's say
you want to grope me in the pussy.
No. Well, yeah, I don't know how to answer that.
Just finish what you're gonna say.
Right. But let's say we're at work and somebody, smacks your behind and says like, hey, good job in there, sport. So
I'm highly inappropriate. So I will reply back in the same like.
What does that mean?
Punch him in the nuts if it's a guy. And
whoa. Punching in the nuts. No. A proper response would be to smack his behind.
Well, no, because I don't want to do something. If I didn't like it, then I'm going to let him know I didn't like it. So it's like, okay, so you did something that I didn't like, so I'm going to now return the favor and do something that you didn't like. So that is the returning of favors. And so if it's a female, then of course I might, if she has good titties, nice titties, and it's like, nipples are very sensitive. I know.
I love titties.
Yes, me too. I don't have much, but
man, I love
a nice rack.
Yeah,
a nice rack. So with that being said, I've never, unfortunately.
Before we get off of that, a spectacular rack is something that I think everybody can appreciate.
Oh, everybody.
A good rack.
Everybody can appreciate it.
Seriously. Rack. Women are beautiful creatures.
Well, some women will be jealous because of their rack is not as beautiful as others. And I've heard those just unfortunate conversations. And I'm like, how could you not appreciate this woman over here? That's not me.
Yeah. Women, first of all, women are great. And I think that when people hear me talk about Me Too and women's rights and feminism and all of that stuff. And I'm kind of against feminism, not at its core. Feminism, when it came out in the 70s, 60s, burning bras, they wanted the right to be able to vote. They wanted the right to be able to go to school and get a job and do what they wanted to do.
I'm not burning not a goddamn bra.
Right. Bras are expensive. They're expensive.
So what you're talking about, when I'm talking about, is two different things. I'm talking about the body of a woman. You're talking about women in general. I generally don't like women in general.
Right.
Generally speaking, I don't like women.
As a species, they can go to hell.
As a gender, all of those.
No, women are cool. Women are cool. They can be, but look, I tell you, women can be just as vindictive and nasty as guys.
I think women are smarter than men. And so they are way
I think that women are more verbally they have a higher verbal acumen.
The vocabulary is the word.
No, it's not vocabulary. I'm talking about the ability to slide in and out of arguments and slide in and out of certain discussions and things like that. Women are very good. Okay. So here's my 2 cents. Right?
They're verbally savvy.
We're gonna get into this.
Verbally savvy.
Men should and mostly do speak directly.
Okay.
Women have a tendency to speak subtly.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And how that's presented is, if a woman wants you to take the trash out, she might, maybe do a little pose at the trash can, or she might make a statement and say, "Do you smell that?" She'll speak subtly. But a guy will be like talking to his son, go take out the trash. He speaks directly. Now, I think that there are a lot of guys out there that have a tendency to speak subtly, have a tendency to speak indirectly, and that is bad. That is awful. Guys should never, for the most part, should not speak subtly. They should speak directly. Because if you get in here and you get to talking like a woman and acting like a woman, because first of all, society is already trying to feminize guys. So stop letting them do it. For more videos on Be That Way, go ahead and hit like, hit subscribe, come back, visit us as often as you like. We're going to be shooting out videos twice a week. The larger videos twice a week, and then we'll probably give you a quick hitter or two once a week.
And if you want to see any other information that might not necessarily fall in line with Be That Way, I get a little sketchy on my Instagram. You can check me out. BR.
You do get sketchy.
_shine.
You do. What is it?
I don't know.
BR_shine.
No, it's B_R_shine.
Hey, you putting out
No, we're not gonna put that because that was so screwed up. Anyway, you're gonna have to chop that to
that.
bits to get that right.
Chop that up. Chop it up.